Hey guys, how's it going? We are back with some Japan GM. It's been about a week since I've recorded any GM. I was sick all weekend and I was being a big baby about it. I was laying in bed all weekend. But let's get some GM done. It's been about a week, like I just mentioned there. And in the last episode, we are at the trade deadline. We're doing pretty good. I think we we dropped off a little bit. We are 5th in the Western Conference, and we made a trade. We traded Michael Grabner and a second-round pick for Drew Stafford, so that's definitely not that bad. I've came to a conclusion about this GM that I will get into after we do the trade deadline. This is what the team is looking like. You guys come up with a lot of good nicknames for everyone. Drewan was the driller. A bunch of other ones. I actually don't have them on hand right now, but I will mention them in the next episode. We did get a couple episodes ago, The Fish. I love this guy. He is so good. Green Star potential. He is a beast. He's going to be really good in the next couple of years. So let's get into trade deadline. And after the trade deadline, actually, hold on. I'm not really looking to make any moves in the trade deadline at all because I'm thinking this is going to be our last year, guys. Do we go one more year and try to go for that Stanley Cup if it doesn't happen this year? If I don't know, so I will talk about it after the trade deadline. Let's see if anyone's going to come at us with any offers. I don't think they are, just because I don't think we need to make any trades at all. So Winnipeg acquired Cody Hodgson. Oh, Cody Hodgson. Don't even get me started about Cody Hodgson. As a Canucks fan, that was just a big ball of frustration. Cody Hodgson. Nothing in round number 2. Bunch of trades. Jared Stoll went to Anaheim for a first, and not bad at all. Jared Stoll, oops, still nothing. That's fine. I don't need to make any moves. Let's see what everyone else does. A first for Thomas McCollum, 82 overall goalie. They're sending first-round picks like crazy. Nothing. So looks like no trades. That's fine. Don't need to make any deals at all. I am 100% okay with that. Maybe we can get someone off of waivers. Yeah, we can. This guy, Kendall McFowle. Yeah, sure. Drafted by Atlanta. That's weird. Yeah, he'll go in the minors because in the playoffs, you never have too many bodies. So there we go. So let's talk about this. Let's get another month done. Actually, who do we have in net? Yeah, we still have the Fish in net. So let's get another month done. A lot of games this month. Wow. Yeah, so we'll go here. So what I was thinking of, guys, if we win a Stanley Cup this year, great. That'll be the end of the GM. We're going to go off on a high note, and that's going to be it. If we don't win a Stanley Cup, I'll do a 10th year because I really want that next Stanley Cup. Because I think that we definitely have the team to do it, with McKinnon being right in his prime and the Fish being an amazing goalie. I do want to get at least one more Stanley Cup. 2 cups in 10 years, not that great, but it's not that bad. And especially for this being my first GM, being my first ever time recording GM and making like an actual series about it. I want to know what you guys are thinking of that. So if we do win the Stanley Cup this year, which hoping that we do, that'll be it. It'll be over. We're gonna jump into another GM. I mentioned it in the last episode about a fantasy draft, and a lot of you guys really thought that was a really good idea, and I totally agree. I am down to do a fantasy draft, but let me know, should I do it with an actual team or a random team in like a Eastern League or a European League, or should I make a created team and just make it some weird name and some outrageous logo or whatever? But we're on a crazy win streak. I don't even know how many this is. I'll check it in a minute. I don't think we've lost in quite a long time, actually. Oh, we lose there. I jinxed it. My bad. So Drouin, 39 goals. Man, I'm so glad I didn't give up on this guy. You guys were totally right. We've won how many games in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row. So we're 8-1. That's not bad in our last 9. But yeah, you guys are totally right about Drouin. I gotta listen to you guys more. You guys definitely know what you're talking about. Drouin, 40 goals already. Kucherov, 60 apples. Not bad at all. We're killing it. Definitely good to do good right now. We get 2 losses there. Definitely good to do good right now. That sounds weird. Definitely good to do good. Is that right? definitely good to do good. Whatever. Right now, in just about when the playoffs are about to start. So I'm not going to do playoffs in this video because there's no point in doing that. I'm going to go over all the stats, all that good stuff. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games left. That is it. I'm going to give the Fish a rest for the last game, and I will... Actually, I'm going to slow sim the next couple of games just to see what's going on. So we have... Let's sim the last 3. Why not? Just for fun. 2-game losing streak, and we continue to lose. Okay, so we should start picking it up, guys. Come on, Drouin hit 40 goals. The Fish, 43 victories. There we go, big 6-1 win. So I'm going to slow sim these games just for fun, just because I don't want this to be like a 5-minute episode. So let's go slow sim some games here, just to see what we're working with before we go into the playoffs. I thought my game froze there. I had a mini heart attack. 2-0, Stafford and Smallman. 2-1, ties it, and we win in overtime. Sean Monahan, what a beast. He's definitely turned out to be a really good third-line guy for us. Stafford with 2 points, what a beast. So we are going to turn injuries on like we always do once the playoff hits. We have one more game after this. This is going to be the Fish's last game of the regular season. Let's go out like with a bang, buddy. 1-0. 1-1, Patty Kane ties it. And we win in a shootout on a goal from Patty Kane. So only allowing 1 goal in his last game. I got to give him 1 break, though, just before the playoffs. So let's get the backup in there. I don't even actually know who we have as a backup. That's really bad. I think it's that... Yeah, Lundstrom. I knew it was Swedish, so Lundstrom is our backup. He's gotten a couple wins, actually, so that's not bad at all. But let's see how he goes against the Blues in the last game of year number 9. Oh, man, 9 years of this GM. That is crazy. It has flown by. I cannot wait to do another GM, and then that will be my last GM until NHL 14 comes out. Maybe if we can get through that one. Let me know the length on that one, too. Should I do 5 years or 10 years, whatever? I think I like the 5-year one. Just because to see how many cups we can win in a short time. Not very good for prospects, but I really like to win cups. So, first period, 3-1, Jones, Kucherov, and Carl getting some defensive goals there. And 7-1, Drouin, Kane, McKinnon, Reinhart, 8-1, and LaMarche. That is a really good game. That's a good way to end it out going into the playoffs. Just spank them, 8-1. Get out of here, St. Louis. I will check all Kucherov, Kane, and McKinnon, all with actually Kane and Kucherov had 4 points and McKinnon had 3. So yeah, they're beasts, monsters, animals. Let's go check the playoffs tree, see who we're up against, and I'll check the regular season statistics. Okay, we're up against the Edmonton Oilers. That is right. We played these guys a lot in our early years, like year number 3 and stuff, when we started to make the playoffs. So they're going to be a really good team. Let's check out the player stats, and then let's go to the team standings really quick, see where we finished. So we finished number 3, Calgary and Toronto doing really, really good. That is weird to say. Think of that, Calgary and Toronto number 1 and number 2. That is weird. Maybe one day, though. So we finished number 3, goals for, we finished number 2. Pittsburgh only had more goals, which is understandable with having Crosby and Malkin. Goals for per game, number 2. Goals against, 190. So the Fish, baby, the Fish doing good, only allowing 190 goals. Goals against were number 1. Power play goals, number 1. Power play percentage, number 1. Penalty kill, number 7, so not bad, not great though. Our home and away records are pretty similar, so no really real concerns there. And we are 6-4 in our last 10 games played. So let's go player stats, and then we'll jump into the playoffs. Oh man, I hope we win a cup. I'll check the playoffs. I gotta check our AHL team. I really paid no attention to our AHL team in this whole GM. I have just been with the NHL team, I think, and that's definitely not very good. So in my next GM, I promise to go more into the AHL team and more into prospects. So Kucherov, 87 points. What a monster. Definitely his best year since he's been with the team. Kane had 83 after having a couple off years. Definitely came back there. 37 goals. What a beast. Drouin, 78 points. After really struggling to get out of the gate, just blows up. He is, it's amazing. Look at his everything, almost in everything 90s. He is a great player, and I'm very happy to have him on my team. He should be a 90 next year. Armia had a pretty good year, 76 points. A very good year, actually. Much better than last year. McKinnon, 75. Yeah, not bad. Only 16 goals, but that's okay. He was feeding Drouin and Kane all day. Small man, 40 goals. Man, this guy can score goals with the best of them. So we have 2 players on our team with 40 goals. That is amazing. 80 goals between 2 players. That is unreal. Jones, Carl actually played really good, being a veteran defenseman, 10 goals. Stafford, really good, definitely a great third line pickup. Rundblad played really good. He's been here since the start. So Rundblad, definitely a team player. Reinhardt doing pretty good. He's listed as a second line guy, but we played him on the third line. Everyone else did good. McDavid struggled on the fourth line, but what are you gonna do? The converter, 2 goals, baby. Yeah, there you go. 12 points. Not bad at all. So let's go to the goalies, see how everybody did. The Fish, actually Lundstrom was 2-0. Not bad at all. The Fish definitely had a good, once he came to us, he played a lot better. His record wasn't that great when he came over from Dallas. I think, he was with it in Dallas. So I'd like to see the record of when he just played with us. I don't know if you can check that or not. 6 shutouts. That is amazing. So let's go check out everyone else's stats, see where we ranked up against everybody else. Washington, NHL. So goals, we were number 1. Drouin wins the Rocket Richard. Are you kidding me? What a monster. And points, Crosby, 97. Holy shit, what a player. And Malkin had 85. So Pittsburgh definitely stacked. If you guys want me to go over all the teams, see where their players are at, I can definitely do that too. But that is totally up to you guys. What else do we have to check? That's it. Actually, our AHL team, we are 23-42. Not good at all. Honestly, I have no idea who we have in the AHL team, so it doesn't really matter to me. After this, guys, we're going to jump into the playoffs. Hopefully go for a lengthy Stanley Cup run.